Dear students, I am Yamir Khan Jamali, Ustad Bukhari Government Degree College, Dadu. Dear students, the topic that we will discuss today, that is ascent of sail. Ascent of shape. Ascent of the ship is the process of upward movement of water and minerals from the soil to upper plant parts. Just suppose this is the soil surface. These are the underground parts of the plants. They are called the roots, and this is the aerial part. The upward movement of water and minerals from soil to leaves to upper plant parts to aerial plant parts. This is ascent of the ship. Dear students, we know this movement of water and minerals, that is against the force of gravity. The ascending process is against the force of gravity. Inshallah, we will discuss how this mechanism, how this force of gravity is overcome by the water, and water including the minerals that moves against the force of gravity to the height of about 100, 200, even 300 of the feet. The ascent of the ship, there are two important points to be discussed. They are the path of ascent of the ship and mechanism of ascent of the ship. Path of ascent of the ship. Path of ascent of ship. Path meaning the way. What is the path? What is the way through which the water moves? The path of ascent of the ship is the xylem. Path of ascent of the shape is xylem. Xylem meaning wood. The xylem or the wood is the path of water movement, including the essential minerals. The xylem, we know that having millions of, or we can say that trillions of microscopic capillaries, and through these capillaries the water moves from the soil to upper plant parts. This xylem having two important elements, which is the path of water flow. These elements, xylem elements, there are two xylem elements from where the capillary system is found. They are tracheids cells, and you see vessel cells. Vessel cells. The tracheid cells, these are elongated tube-like cells. Because of the presence of these tracheid cells, the vascular plants are called tracheophyta. These tracheid cells, these are the microscopic cells, and with a diameter of about 30 micrometers. These are elongated tracheids. These are elongated tube-like cells with tapering ends, tapered ends. There is a wall in between. This is the first cell, suppose this is the second tracheid cell. It also possesses a tapering end. This is the cell C or cell number 3. These tracheid cells, they are placed end to end and forming a long capillary or a long tube. The wall in between two, the wall between two adjacent cells, they are perforated, meaning having pores. Through these perforations or the pores, the water flows through the tracheal elements. Water flows through the tracheal elements. And other element of the xylem, that is the vessel. These are also elongated tube-like cells. They have a diameter of about 20 to 70 millimicron, and there in between two cells there is no wall, there is no any demarcation. These cells, suppose this is one cell, starting in other cell, this is the second cell, it ends here, and there is no any partition wall, and starting in other cell, many cells, they are placed end to end. There is no any partition wall in between two adjacent cells, and thus the vessel cells, the tube-like cells, they form a long open water pipeline. Thus we can say that the vessel cells, they are more conducting than the tracheal cells, and thus these vessel cells, they conduct water and minerals. So dear students, the path of the ascent of the sap is the xylem, which have two capillary systems, tracheal cells and the vessel cells, tube-like elongated cells, but they are thin, microscopic in size, unable to be seen with the open eyes. So there is a capillary system, there is a vascular system, just like we people have vascular system, blood vascular system, the capillary system inside, and that was the path. Let us see the mechanism of ascent of the sap. Mechanism of ascent of sap. Mechanism of ascent of the sap. How water from the soil that moves to upper plant pots at a height of hundreds of the feet against the force of the gravity. So let us discuss. Regarding the mechanism of ascent of the sap, many theories have been put forward. There are two important theories. They are the root pressure theory, and other one is adhesion and cohesion theory. Two theories. Let us see number root pressure theory. This root pressure theory that was proposed by a scientist named Stephen Hales. He proposed his theory in the year 1727. The theory, root pressure theory, states that there is a root pressure that can uplift water and minerals from the soil to upper plant pots, because Stephen Hales discovered that a root that generates a pressure, the cortical cells of the root, we know the root surface, they have a thin covering the epidermis. Inner to the epidermis, there is a cellular layer about 5 cells in thickness. These are cortical cells of the root. They slowly contract and relax. Due to their slow contraction, that is unable to be seen because the process is too much slow. But the cortical cells, their cell walls, they remain in direct touch with one another, and the turgor pressure is developed inside these cortical cells. This turgor pressure generated by the cortical root cells, they develop a pressure. The pressure developed by the cortical root cells, this is called root pressure. This is a root pressure. The root pressure theory states that the pressure exerted by the cortical cells can uplift water and minerals from the soil. The other scientists, they oppose that there is no any type of the root pressure. Stephen Helms that performed his experiment in front of a group of the scientists and thus proved that there is a root pressure by performing a simple experiment before the group of scientists. What he did, let us see. He took a potted plant, well watered potted plant. Suppose this is a well watered potted plant, and what he did, Stephen Helms cut down the stem of the plant just above a few inches above the soil surface, just above the soil surface, and observed that and said that to their scientists, please carefully observe this cut surface. Please carefully observe this surface without eye blinking. And these scientists, they observed that some drops of the water get accumulated over the surface, cut surface of the stem, and after a few minutes, the water that starts flowing downwards. This small experiment that proves that there is a root pressure. That meaning the cortical cells, they generate a pressure. Due to this pressure, the water flows down from the cut surface of the plant body. That was the evidence given by the Stephen Helms. And another evidence of the root pressure theory is, there should we know, at night time what happens, a process the called guttation or exudation takes place. Guttation or exudation. Guttation or exudation, dear students, is the process of flow of water through the pores on the leaf margin. The pores on the leaf margin called, these pores are called, suppose this is the leaf margin, this is the leaf margin. The leaf margin, they have pores. Through these pores, the water flows through the tips of the leaves downwards. These pores are called, listeners, hydrothores, and the process of the flow of the water through hydrothores is called guttation or exudation. The process of guttation we know that occurs at night time. This guttation or exudation process, that is an evidence that root generates a pressure. That meaning the guttation that also supports this root pressure theory. Root pressure theory is proved by these two simple experiments, and the process of the guttation that occurs only at the night time. Why it occurs during night time? Distance we know the stomata pores, they are closed at the night, and the water that flows through the root and stem through the capillary system, the stomata pores during night time, they are closed. The pressure is reduced at night time by the process called guttation. And the second mechanism of ascent of the shape, that is Adrian and Cohen theory. This Adrian and Cohen theory that was proposed by Dioxin scientist. Dioxin was a scientist, he proposed another theory, and he named this theory Adrian and Cohen theory or transpiration pulling theory. This theory was also called transpiration pulling theory. Transpiration pulling theory. Transpiration pulling theory. This transpiration pulling theory is related to the water. The water we know that possesses the physical properties. The physical properties of the water, they are the Adrian and Cohen properties. Physical properties of the water, they are Adrian and Cohen properties. The Adrian and Cohen, this involves two processes. They are transpiration and physical properties of water. Dear students, we know transpiration is a process of loss of water in vapor form from aerial parts of the plant. The transpiration that is directly related, directly proportional to the environmental temperature. When the temperature of the environment that increases, the evaporation process, that meaning water of the plant, that is changed from its liquid form to the vapor form. This is directly related to the environmental temperature. And other is the physical properties of the water molecule. There are two. They are Cohen property and Adrian. Water molecules, they have these two important properties which are helpful against the force of gravity in the process of ascent of the ship. Cohen is the force between molecules of the same type, meaning force of attraction between water to water molecule. This is Cohen property, cohesive force, and the force of attraction between molecules of two different types. This is called as adhesion property or adhesion force. When the water moves from soil through microscopic, small microscopic capillary system, either they are the vessel elements or they are the tracheate elements, the water molecules, they form a continuous column. That meaning the water molecules of the leaf surface, they are connected to one another and they form a continuous column. They form a continuous chain with the soil water molecules. That meaning the upper water molecule at the leaf surface, they form a continuous column, a continuous chain to the soil water, meaning all from the soil water, and you see the upper surface of the plant, they form a continuous column, a continuous chain. No broken chain is found. This continuous column, this force of attraction between molecules, water molecules, that is called the cohesion property or cohesion force. This cohesion force that is involved in the ascent of the shape. Adhesion force, adhesion property, that is also involved in the ascent of the shape, because the water molecules, they are attached to the capillary wall. This attachment, this force of attraction between water molecules and the walls of the capillaries, walls of the vessels and walls of the tracheids, this force of attraction is called adhesive force or adhesion property of the water. This adhesion property, dear students, let it very clear. The adhesion property that reduces the force of gravity, and the force of gravity is reduced. Now let us see the transpiration mechanism, how it is involved in the ascent of the shape. Dear students, listen to me. Suppose at this leaf surface there are two guard cells. These guard cells, we know that these are the kidney shaped cells, and space in between these two guard cells is called stoma. When the water vapors of the mesophyll cells, the water vapors of the suppose this is the mesophyll cell, because we know the mesophyll cells are in direct contact with the atmospheric air through the stomatophores. The mesophyll cells, their water from the liquid form is when changed into vapor form, that meaning the evaporation process occurred, and thus when the water molecules, they leave